Hello, everyone. How you doing? This is Katrina Major, kicking it with Kat. Okay, and I am here. Of course, I have to go on. And when we're talking about the unexpected, right, and things happening in life, right? I have my title, "Life Be Lifin." Okay, if it's not one thing, it's another, they say sometimes, right? And so I just wanted to come on and talk about what's going on with me, right? When we're talking about the unexpected, right? So when you're talking about the unexpected, guess what? My pipe at my house has busted. I have a leak in my irrigation system. Okay. So for the last 4 days, I have not had any water. Okay. And we're talking about what do you do? Right? What did I do if I didn't have any type of protection to help me? It would have been costly. Right. And so by it being costly, that would have cost me a lot of money if I didn't have the proper things in place, like insurance. Right. So I am always talking about what are those situations that possibly can happen, right? How you get stuck, or when things do happen and you get overwhelmed. Because when it first happened to me, I was overwhelmed because, I'm moving. We're always, have things going on, very busy. And then, like I say, if things can happen, things do happen, right? And so, with that being said, didn't even notice it happened to be my gardener that noticed that there was water running. And I seen, the water just going down my grass, but didn't pay attention, right? And so I had to make a decision to let the water keep on running or to have it turned off. So what do you do when you don't have any water at all? I went to the store, got some water, but that 5 gallon only lasts so long, right? And they had to turn off both the irrigation and to the water to my house because the water was just at the meter, was just running. Okay. So what do you do? Are you prepared if an emergency happens like that, of going to a hotel? Do you have any emergency funds for that? Or here's another thing. Do you have any coverage? That means like water line coverage, because a lot of times homeowners do not know that they are responsible for water pipes, lines, etc., that goes from their house to the street, right? So the city doesn't have anything to do that unless it touches the street. So that's something that homeowners need to know and understand, right? So anyway, thankfully, I had two types of coverages, and that was a water line coverage that I paid separately. Then also, if I didn't have the water line coverage, then guess what? My homeowners would have took care of it, right? Minus my deductible. But the coverage that I do have, guess what? They put me in a hotel until the work is being done. No cost to me. So, do you see why it's so important to, one, think about the solution? Number two, to be able to know what you need to have, especially if you're a homeowner, to protect yourself. So, what I do is I have a new program called Next Step Clarity Calls, right? And I help individuals who have situations with housing, okay, whether you're renting or buying. You never know what can happen, right? A lot of people are losing their jobs, right? What are you going to do? Housing is your number one concern, right? Also, money issues. If you have any money issues that you're in a situation, then I am that resource person to be able to help you and guide you, right? And then just life in itself. That's what, life be life. And that's what my title is today, right? I have this situation going on as I came in with the story about my pipes, right? So if you are in need, DM me. But if you know someone else that may need my services, feel free to give them a call and to let them know, DM me so that I can send you the details. Okay. Or what you can do is hit the like, the share button, or make a comment to help me build my channel. Okay? So, this is Katrina, Kicking with Kat, keeping it real in all things and talking about all things possible. You guys have a beautiful day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.